Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Charming Empire along Toki Tanba's route. We are approaching the end here. Got 2 more videos with him before we have to stop, unfortunately. But at the moment we're trying to peacefully find a way to negotiate with Soshi. That's why I'm coming along with the rebels here. Let's see if things go according to plan or if they go awry. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Tanba gives the order and the rebels break up into groups. This is it. My heart races and won't calm down. I put a hand on my chest and take a deep breath.
What about you? Coming with us? We're fine either way. If you want to see this through, you can come with us, but...
What am I gonna do, stand here in the tunnels? If I go with Tanba, my brother will think I'm a traitor. But I can't just wait here now that I've come this far. I'm going with you.
Okay, let's go.
Tanba gives me a silent nod. The groups head to their designated spots. Tanba, some rebels, and I are in the pathway that leads to my room. We'll be in my room once we open this door. Now that they think I've been taken hostage, there shouldn't be any guards around, but it's best to play it safe.
Okay, here we go.
The rebels and I silently follow Tanba's lead. Oh good, there's no one here. I look around the room and confirm there aren't any guards. My room looks just like I left it. Thinking about the day I left is depressing. I wonder what happened with my engagement. After hearing I was getting married the next day, I ran away hoping to see Tanba one last time. But the rebels probably didn't have any idea about what happened to the engagement. Well, it should still stand, just because there's one little obstacle. Should my brother lose the throne, what will happen to me? Anxiety wells within my chest yet again. Well, maybe I can work at the cafe if nothing else.
Hey, what are you standing there for?
The rebel's voice brings me back to reality, and I realize I'm the only one left in the room. The rebels are already heading into the hallway. There's no time to space out. I need to catch up. I take a deep breath and run after the group. There aren't any guards in the hallway, and the rebels head quietly to Soshi's room. This feels like a trap. There should be guards in the hallway, especially in front of Soshi's room. That's strange. There are always guards on patrol in this hallway. When we turn the corner, there's a bunch of guards unconscious on the floor. What the heck? Eek! The other group of rebels must have knocked them out, so they wouldn't be on our way. Sorry, guys. Okay, so sorry, it wasn't a trap. I totally forgot about the other group. I whisper a silent apology before heading into my brother's room. As I follow the group into the room, my eyes meet my brother's.
So, you're here too.
Even though Soshi's surrounded, he just stares at us from his chair, completely unfazed. Just as I would expect of him. You don't look surprised.
I knew you were on their side. So, first you're a hostage, now you're helping an invasion. You sure keep yourself busy.
Were you expecting me to help them?
Yes, you could say that.
There's no time for this. Tie him up before he escapes. Soshi glances at the ropes in the rebel's hands, but it doesn't move an inch.
Do as you like. I won't run away.
What? He sat in his chair, as unashamed and dignified as a leader should be. He doesn't beg for his life or try to run away. In fact, he seems almost calm.
Don't worry, we don't want any bloodshed. Just give up your throne and no one gets hurt.
A rebel takes each of Soshi's arms and pulls him up from his chair, but his expression doesn't change. His behavior's so strange that I can't help but ask quietly. Did you know the rebels were coming?
What makes you say that? If I had known, I would have prepared a shooting squad.
Oh, I don't know. It's just a feeling.
Tanba, what are we waiting for? Let's get out of here.
One of the rebels interrupts me impatiently.
Yeah, but he said he won't run, so let's let him talk. You're too nice to that girl.
You could say that again. The rebels holding Soshi heave a big sigh. Sorry, it'll just be a little longer. I apologize to Tanba and the rebels before turning back to my brother. Are you sure you weren't hoping for a revolution yourself?
Don't be ridiculous.
Soshi is curt and unapproachable, but I feel like this is my chance to clear everything up. When a group of rebels burst into your room, I'd think you'd get surprised or call the guards. But you didn't do either.
I just didn't think there was any point to resisting, and gave up.
Excuses, excuses. Are you telling the truth, Soshi? Just as I'm about to ask about his real motives...
Lord Amazaki, are you alright?
A group of guards come in with swords at the ready.
Hey you, what are you doing? Release Lord Amazaki!
The guards immediately head over to the two rebels holding Soshi's arms. The rebels are no match for the trained guards, who have their swords at the rebels' necks before they know it.
See, I told you we should have run for it. Give us a hand here, Tanba.
The rebel puts up a strong front, but his cheeks are streaming with sweat. Tanba nods shamefully.
You're right, it's my fault.
Oh, was not expecting that. Tanba pulls something out of his breast pocket. It's a shiny black pistol. Is he pointing that at me? A pistol? I suddenly remember how good Tanba was at the rifle game. I didn't know he was a rebel back then, but now it all makes sense.
Get away from my men, please.
Okay, at least he's not pointing it at me.
They've got guns.
The two guards reluctantly put down their swords and step back.
Now the tables are turned. Whoa, what?
Just as the two rebels are about to aim their weapons at the guards are faster, and they pin the rebels down.
Damn!
Let us go. What? Tanba, why didn't you shoot? The rebels struggle to get away, but the guards are stronger. I thought he had the situation under control, since Soshi didn't resist, but now the rebels have the short end of the stick. Oh no, this is all my fault. It doesn't matter which one I choose. I don't really want to do either. Let's see what I do. Let's see what happens if I attack the guards. Let them go! The guard glances at my brother, but when Soshi doesn't confirm the order, the guard turns back to me.
You might be the princess, but we can't let the rebels invade the palace.
The guard glances at my brother again. It looks like I'm not the only one who doesn't know what he's thinking. Well, that didn't work. That wasn't attacking the guard, that was just trying to command him.
Hey, how long are you going to hold us down like this?
The rebels use all their strength to push the distracted guards away.
Tanba, I say we retreat for now.
They run to Tanba's side, realizing how hard it is to take my brother hostage. What happened to the other group?
I don't want to retreat when Amazaki's right in front of us, but...
The rebels and guards face each other, with their weapons in hand. It's a touch-and-go situation.
Tanba, I don't know if this can be bloodless anymore. If we get caught, this country won't ever get fixed. We've got to fight. But...
Tanba glances at me. Is he reluctant to fight because I told him not to hurt anyone? But I can't just let them get killed without a fight. I'm not being fair. Tanba's doing all he can to hold back the violence. But Tanba's safety is more important to me than anything else. Tanba... Suddenly, there's a gunshot, and my brother falls to the ground. Soshi! I completely forgot that I'm on the rebel side, and rush over to my brother. Soshi, are you okay? The guards don't point their swords at me, or hold me back.
I'm fine. It's nothing serious.
Just a flesh wound. That's what he says, but his face is deathly pale, and blood pours from his leg. You're bleeding! Hurry! We have to stop the bleeding!
Hey, which one of you shot him?
When I look around for something to stop the bleeding, Tanba shouts at the two rebels.
Don't look at me.
I didn't do it. Someone suddenly runs toward us.
Sorry, it was me.
It was a member of the group assigned to guarding the hidden pathway.
I came to see what was taking so long, and when I held up my gun, it just fired. It's true.
When the rebel makes a commotion trying to explain himself, Tanba just sighs.
Fine, I get it. What do we do,
A gunshot interrupted the rebel. This time it comes from one of the palace guards.
That's the end of the line. I was waiting for Lord Amazaki's order, but this has gone too far.
The guard cocks his gun and aims it at Tanba. Oh no, Tanba's in trouble. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. I try to figure out what to do when... Fire! Lord Amazaki, please escape! Lord Amazaki, what's going on? The maid who always comes to help me comes running frantically into the room. Her eyes open wide when she sees the situation. Oh no! The word fire reminds me of the disaster in town. Tanba, did you... Thinking the fire might have been the rebels' doing, I turned to Tamba to ask.
I didn't order anyone to set a fire. What the heck is going on?
Tamba and the other rebels look just as confused as I am, so I know this wasn't part of the plan.
Don't lie to us. I know you guys did it. I'm putting an end to this right now.
We can hear guards and servants running from the fire, but the guards in the room don't put down their weapons. 2 guns are pointed at Tamba and the rebels. Lord Amazaki, the palace is in flames. More rebels. Another servant comes by to urge my brother to escape.
We'll take care of them. You take Lord Amazaki?
My brother holds up his hand to silence the guard and struggles to stand up with his injured leg.
Go put out the fire. But what about the rebels? We'll deal with the fire later. I said go put out the fire. Yes, sire. Right after we get rid of... Did you hear me? Don't worry about the rebels. Just go put out the fire.
Everyone seems confused by my brother's actions. Even Tamba and the rebels just look on with bated breath. Soshi sighs, pulls a gun from his pocket, and points it at the guards. That really says something that he's had that the entire time.
That's an order. Now go. But, my lord... I can take care of the rebels myself. Yes, sire.
The guards reluctantly put away their weapons and leave the room with the servants. Tamba and the rebels stare after them in amazement. The guards' footsteps gradually fade away.
You really think you can take all us down with just one gun?
Soshi silently tucks his gun away. Man, I never realized Soshi was so tall, but looking at him next to Tamba.
Smart move.
Tamba makes the signal for the 2 rebels to grab Soshi's arms again. Why? He's not going anywhere, he said. Wait, can you stop the bleeding first?
Don't worry, we will.
One of the rebels ties a cloth around Soshi's leg to stop the bleeding.
Okay, move out.
The 2 rebels support Soshi as we head to the hidden pathway. My brother's face is hidden in shadow, and I can't tell what he's thinking. I don't know if we'd be able to tell if we could see him. Next episode, chapter 15, which is our last stop, unfortunately. So I hope to see you there to find out what we can before Tamba's endings. Or I'd love to see you in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.